Good morning and welcome to a completely random one-day vlog idea that I had literally first thing this morning. Today is Monday, August 15th, which means it's my last day of non-grad school. I start my grad program tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a master's degree in English, so I'm really looking forward to it, but I do have like a couple of things that I'm reading that I know if I don't go ahead and finish them, I'm probably not going to have an easy time finding time to read them kind of going forward. It looks like the first few weeks of my classes are going to be pretty heavy in the reading I need to do for that, which I expected. I mean, obviously it's an English program, so kind of anticipated that. But I would like to finish the two books I'm currently reading, so we're going to see if I can finish both of the books I'm actively reading today before my grad program. Why was that hard to say? Before my grad program starts tomorrow. So that's the plan. The first book that I'm currently reading that I would like to finish is A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland. I got an ARC of this one, which I am super excited about. I never anticipated that I would actually get it when I requested it, but I'm really enjoying this book, and based on what I've read so far, I would highly recommend pre-ordering it if you like fantasy romance or if you like fantasy mystery plots. I think this is doing a really good job of both of those things. So yeah, that's the one book I'm currently reading as an ebook, and that one I'm about 73% into, so I think that one's doable. I want to say this book is in like the 480 to 500 page range, so I'm thinking that this is going to be like 100 to 150 pages I have left if I'm at 73% right now. I'm not really sure, there's no page numbers, it's just percentages and location numbers. But yeah, 73% of the way through, I feel like that's doable if I really like buckle down and read for the day. So that's the first book I'd like to finish. And then the other book I'm currently reading that I would like to finish is It by Stephen King, which I've been reading for almost a year. I started it, I think, last October. And yeah, I've got like 200 pages left. I'm getting near the end. I'm getting there. But I've actually been listening to this on audio, which the audiobook for this book is really, really good. Steven Weber, the narrator, is fantastic. Very creepy as Pennywise, like extremely creepy. One nice thing about the job that I'm working now is that my cubicle faces away from the door, so I can listen to horror audiobooks at work, and no one has to see the faces that I make while I'm listening to them. That is definitely a plus. But I've been listening to the audiobook of this because my hold came back in at the library, and I've got about 200 pages left. I'm 82% of the way through the audiobook, and I am able to listen to that at work, as I just said, because the stuff that I'm doing, I've swapped from a full-time role to a GA position, and I'm working 20 hours a week, and what I'm doing is basically like filing and scanning and uploading and that kind of stuff. It's just making sure that student documents are in the right places and helping ensure that like students are gonna graduate on time. So it's lots of kind of very tedious clerical work, but I think it's going to be good. It's going to be the kind of job where I can do my grad school stuff and not have to like think about it outside of the time that I spend in the office. So I think it's going to be good, and it does mean that I have made pretty good progress on this because I was at 43%, like somewhere kind of in here when I got the audiobook back, and now I'm almost done. So I think the plan for today is that I'm gonna go get some breakfast because it is like right after 8 o'clock on Monday morning, and I don't go into work until 10 today, so I work 10 to 2. So I'm gonna go get some breakfast and try to read a chunk of A Taste of Gold and Iron, since that one's my ebook, and then I'm gonna listen to some of it while I'm at work, and then I'll check back in with you guys when I get home and see kind of how far I made it at that point, and then we'll see if we can power through the end of it. I just got home from work, and I don't like driving through school zones, it turns out. Oh, wow, that washed me out really badly. Hello. Just got home from work, and for the reading, I've done pretty good. Hey, Pumpkin. You're here. The boy. One of them. Before I went to work, I managed to read 10% of A Taste of Gold and Iron. I read from 73% to 83%. The mystery plot is kind of reaching its conclusion now. They've still got to figure out what to do, but like they know who's behind it and all that stuff. So that's happening. And then the romance has also kind of hit its climax point. Well, and it's kind of, the next part is like figuring out how it's all going to work out, because there's a lot of like political stuff and kind of questions of power and politics and consent and things like that that have to be kind of worked out. But things are really interesting. I'm curious to see how it's all going to wrap up. I'm really enjoying it and had the worst time trying to put it down so I could go to work. Speaking of the other boy, hello Ellie. But I did go to work. I did manage to put the book down. And then I listened to it for the entirety of work, except for like the first hour, because I was trying to figure out how to get logged into stuff. I'm trying to get some access for some software we use, and it's just not going well. So I dealt with that for like an hour, and then listened to it, and I've managed to get to, sir, get down, get off the counter. You know, thank you. A little bit chaotic because my cats are a little chaotic. I managed to get from 83% to 95%, so I am so close to the end. I think I've been listening to it at 2 times speed, so I think I've got about an hour left. So I'm going to try and listen to that now because I need to do some dinner prep. I told my mom I would start cleaning and cutting green beans, so I'm going to do that. And what is with you guys today? Off the counter. Do you see this shit? Look at this little stinker. Come on. Come on, buddy. You gotta get off the counter. He doesn't want to get off the counter. Oh my god, I did it. It's just past 4:15. It's like, I don't know why I said it that way. It's 4:17. I have finished it. Almost a full year after I started it, I have finally finished it. And I feel like the ending is maybe the strongest part of the book. I was kind of wallowing between like a 2.5 to 3 star for this for a while, but I think I'm actually going to give it 3.5. And it really is just like the ending kind of pulls it all together in an interesting way. And despite my many gripes with the book, I feel like it's a story that's going to stick with me. So yeah, that was really interesting. It's an experience. I'm glad I finally read it. I finally finished it. But yeah, it's odd. The ending is really kind of bittersweet and interesting for everything that happens leading up to it. And hello, Elwood. Why are you on the counter again, sir? Please. Get down, bud. Anyway, yeah, it has an interesting ending where kind of everything comes together in an interesting way. That's really vague, I know. I'm trying not to give spoilers in case anybody wants to read it, although it has been around for quite a while, so like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd recommend this. It is just a very strange book, but it's a lot about like childhood and belief, and like the children are powerful because of their belief in things, and not only in their belief of the things that they're afraid of, but in their belief in themselves to do something about it. So I just think that's a really interesting theme throughout the story, and I enjoyed it. Remarkably, I enjoyed it despite how fucking long it was, because it was way too long. But yeah, I have finally completed it, and now I'm gonna probably take a little break, and then I think I might actually manage to finish Taste of Golden Iron today. So that's really exciting, but we'll reserve judgment until I actually like do finish the book. Maybe. It's actually Tuesday morning now. I forgot to update last night, but I did actually finish Taste of Golden Iron right around 8 p.m. So I successfully completed both of the books I wanted to read, and I ended up enjoying both of them. I definitely liked A Taste of Golden Iron better. It's a very different book, obviously. It's a different genre, but I ended up deciding on 3 stars for it because there was a lot I liked, but there was a few things that I felt like were just unnecessary and needed to be cut back, and it just needed better editing. So there was that, and then A Taste of Golden Iron, I loved it. It's such a good book. I think the beginning is a little clunky, and the ending is a little abrupt, but other than that, everything in between those is just so well done. The emotions are balanced so well, the characters get so much growth. Not only just the 2 main characters, but also some of the side characters as well. the setting is really fun. There's a lot of economics and politics in it. So yeah, it was just a really fun book. I gave it 4.5 stars. Highly recommend. It comes out later this month, so I would recommend if you're at all interested in it, or if you liked A Marvelous Light, Winter's Orbit, Strange and Stubborn Endurance. Okay. Yeah, we're all right. We're all right, little buddy. My cat causing chaos. First thing in the morning, he pops open a door that has slightly expanded and knocked all of my loom stuff into the floor. So I guess we're gonna finish this in here while I pick up the stuff the cat just knocked down. But yeah, great book, highly recommend. Would suggest pre-ordering it if any of those other books are ones that you liked or were interested in. And yeah, that's basically all I really have to say. I really enjoyed this project because I usually don't succeed when I do time limit kind of stuff. Yeah, so it was exciting that I just managed to do it. So that's a lot of fun, and then today my first classes start. So yeah, looking forward to it. Don't come back in here, you little stinker. Yeah, looking forward to classes starting and seeing how that goes on this next kind of adventure I'm going on. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me for this wild attempt to finish 2 books in one day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye. In case anyone was at all concerned after that crashing sound, the cat's okay. Here he is. He just knocked down some lightweight loom supplies by Pumpkin. There's the Yellowwood.